welcome back to another episode of my Ultimate Iron Man. Last time I called it quits on my sailing journey. For now, didn't get 99. 87 sailing is where I'm sitting at right now. That is a significant level because it is really the last unlock we got, other than the last tier dragon and helm keel parts. I don't even know we'll ever have half of them, if they're even going to be that useful for us. Obviously there's a little help, but the main thing I was looking for, mooring points. At 87 we unlocked Grimstone, which is where the new frost dragon monsters are at. They're not slayer monsters, they are monsters though. And I feel a little foolish because I've known for a while, my cat just sat on the keyboard there if you saw my chat go crazy. For a while, I've known that I wanted to do Slayer, and I figured I would do Crystilla. We're at, I call her Crystilla. I do this all the time. I'm sorry, Crystilla. Crystillia is the one locked up in Edgeville. This is Konar. I thought I was going to do Konar for a while because we got 95. It has Hydra. Hydra has the lance, which could be useful for many things, potential prayer XP, just dragons, and of course, the new frost dragons would be included in that. I kind of figured as we're doing Slayer, hoping for Hydra tasks, we could maybe occasionally get some Frost Dragon tasks, mainly the passive prayer XP and also chance for, sailing upgrades. Those could be good. Turns out Konar cannot assign them. It's just Duradel and then the Eves are the ones who can assign those. So I'm not going to do that right now. I'm definitely going to stick with Konar until I at least get, bored or feel like doing something else. If we look at this, I showed this off a couple videos ago. They did this update a while ago where you can have separate block lists for every Slayer Master. And then even better, you can look at view lists and it'll show you the weights for everything. So I have one spot left open here. I actually know what's going to go in there. I'm waiting till I get a Metal Dragons task because that's at, it's like almost 9.5% for Metal Dragons. That could be kind of crazy. I do think I'm looking in here. I already unlocked the thing for Griffins and then the Lava Strike Worms. I'm pretty sure, although I don't see them here. I mean, there's always a chance that Crystillia just doesn't, or Konar, I'm sorry again, doesn't assign them. But I do want to make sure, I'm pretty sure, so Aqua Knights and Griffins I have already unlocked. And I guess Lava Strike Worms maybe just are already unlocked? I don't know. There's probably a good chance Konar can't do any of them, but I'll at least send this for a while. I just got done finished with an Abbey Spectre task, if you're wondering why I look like a weirdo. This Bloodbark actually has 1% magic attack or magic damage on the chest and the legs. I got this a while ago just to have a slightly better storable magic set, and it's coming in handy. We're at 96 magic, closing on 97, just trying to get passive magic XP whenever I can. But anyway, what's our first task going to be for this video? Bring balance to Sarachnis. Okay, interesting. Boss Slayer, how many can I choose? I'll do 50 Sarachnis. Why not? I've heard Sarachnis is kind of heavily botted these days, but hopefully it won't be too big of a problem for us. I need to change my gear though. I don't think I can do magic gear for Sarachnis. Well, I was getting worried for a second that I wouldn't be able to find any worlds, but you just have to hop, a couple, 5 or 6 times, and then I usually find one. There are a lot of bots. I did see, trying to look up about it, if you're not an iron, or if you're just, want to do Slayer tasks quick or do KC, you don't care about drops, you can, crash them, and then you'll share the KC, and you have a chance, and if you're a main, you have a chance you might even still have a pet chance, I think, if you're an iron. I don't know, but I don't know how drops work for that, where there's only, 1 drop or something. But anyway, not going to do that for an Ultimate Iron Man, and like I said, it wasn't that hard to find a world that was free. But I will say it is strange. I think what happened is because the new or newish the arena boats from Araxor, they let you, I think you just automatically get out of this attack right there, so you can get, even if you know what you're doing, you can immediately start attacking. So just faster kills, faster DPS. And this is already I know a friend did a video a couple years ago showing off the Blood Fury Justice Year full AFK method. You can sit here and just leave. And now with the boots too, it's understandable why it's botted. But I literally the second account I saw was he's in full obby armor, cudgel and he has 13,000 KC. It's like, okay, come on now. Also, in case you're wondering why I'm doing Sarachnis and not just skipping and only doing like 3 kills and then moving on, I have the pet and I don't have any recolors yet. I'd like to get that from the chest, and then still a chance for Jar of Eyes and a green log would be cool. And Sarachnis is also way in the day. I was front page on UIM Sarachnis, which isn't anything crazy, you know. I was number like 24 or something. But it's like, I hate to say it's like a special boss to me, but it has a, you know, a nice place in my heart. So I'm always happy to chip away at that a little bit. And we are over, we see 903 KC, so we've done a little bit of it on this account. So I definitely was a little lucky when I said the bots weren't that bad earlier. It's bad. It's really bad. Like really bad. And I know everyone always says it for bots, but like it's so obvious if you look at the high score, because not all of them have like 13k and that's it. Most of them actually have, it's really easy to tell by they have Sarachnis KC, Amoxolotl. I've only done that in like leagues and stuff, but they're a newer boss. And then Scurious. That's all they have, all of them. And it's just like they all have full obby and this cudgel. Every now and then you'll get like a difference of like they'll have like a Fremi shield or like the wilderness shield, or not that's an obby shield. It looks like the wilderness ones though. But it's just like it's one of those things where it's like this feels really obvious. But again, like obviously I know, you know, look, we just saw one of them right there. They just hopped away instantly. I do know that it's not like, obviously if it was easy, Jackas would just get rid of them, you know. It's easy for us to look at it, but I know they have other things going on that are probably putting a lot more GP an hour into the game than, you know, these mid-level Sarachnis bots are. All right, the fact that we just got sailing, this is literally all around the main area where you started, and there's still no way to get to Crandor easily is annoying. Like, that's absurd. I don't even know. I mean, like, a rowboat from Remington, or maybe like here by the crafting guild. So if you have like hot air balloon or crafting guild telly, you know, you could get right there. That would be so nice. But nope, you can't have nice things. Well, at least we got the clue step here at Crandor. Let's see if we get anything. Decent Alks, I'll take it. Just trying to free up some inventory space before I go open these grubby keys. Oh my god, I had a good stretch there. I got like 20 kills in a row on a world, and now I have 2 kills left on my task. I need to find a place. Well, it's a shame. I really enjoy Sarachnis. It's a really like easy, like chill, not fully brain dead, but like 90% brain dead boss. And it just sucks that this state. The Sarachnis situation is crazy. Did that guy just hop? No. At least he might be real. I don't know. Definitely gonna be a 3 Sarachnis and then out. Because at least if you do find an empty world, I can get 3 kills in one inventory. And I will say the bots don't crash you, which is nice. They'll show up and then they just hop, which at least that's nice. So if you find an empty world, I think you can. I at least can get 3 kills, no problem. Well, we did get an elite clue from our very last Sarachnis, and we get nothing. Oh boy, Hydra's task. There it is. Time to learn, I guess. Gonna have to look at the gear. Oh, let's see what this is gonna say. 13 days, almost 14 days. Yeah, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, everybody. It's 2 a.m. on the 4th of January. So, took a little break from RuneScape for the holidays. My work schedule changed a bit, so it was a little, like, my kind of, like, you know, mental state was off a bit. And then obviously, you know, with family and stuff like that, I was not here doing a bunch of stuff. And as usual, playing some games. I played a couple of games. Nothing super noteworthy, just doing some things. Although I did just finish 1000X Resist. Really good game. Highly recommend. If you are it's a talkie. It's pretty light on the gameplay in quotes. So if you're not, you know, if you have ADHD, maybe it's not for you. But if you can, you know, if you can handle talking, it's I'd really recommend it. It's really good. It's not too long either. It only took like 12-15 hours to beat. Super nice. But anyway, I have not played any RuneScape, mainly because there were lots of times I could have AFK'd, but I was just in a position where I want to do raids. I know we have a Hydra task, and I'd like to do Hydra, but there's two things. One, I've wanted the upgrade for Rada's Blessing for getting Hydra task easier for Mount Karloom, unlimited teleports. But also, the Rada Blessing 4 gives me one more prayer bonus. And once we have that, you don't need the blessing, but for doing all of the Kourend and Kebos diaries, you can wear whatever boots you want inside instead of the boots of stone, which I forgot about. Because I'd like to have my ranger boots on for Hydra. And the last thing, we've tried to do this before, but it's just complete a raid in chambers. There's a couple things I was really trying to. They've done some like community event, like, oh, we as a community will tackle, we'll do like a chamber, Jagex like hosts like a chambers rush, and I would have loved to do some of those, but like they're at the worst times for me. I think it's like 10 or 11 in the morning, which is right smack in the middle of my sleep schedule normally, so I can't even, like, it doesn't make sense to stay up late or get up early. It's too much. So I tried to do it before myself, and I got all the way to I almost called him Jad, to Ulm, and then just couldn't get it. I actually think I got 6 hour logged, or I was about to, and I was worried I would lose all my items, so I ended up quitting. But I think I can do it. I watched a little bit of videos. Even if I do just like, being okay dying, I think it'll, I feel like, I don't know why, like, it doesn't seem that hard watching a video, which I think I said the exact last time, but just trying to do like 4-1, 3-1, for the melee and range and the magic hands, and then just brute forcing, even if I just keep dying and dying, doing the the range phase. Again, I think if you can get, especially once I get to the range phase, if it can mostly go pretty well. So don't care about points, I just need to get the completion, and I think that is just something that I've been trying to do for a while, been putting it off, and I think it'll be a nice big accomplishment for me to get done. Maybe not the best thing to do after a 2-week break from the game, but I feel like I will, be good. Oh my god, I did it. I had too much damage there at the end. I was hoping to record at least a little bit of it, but there we go. An hour and 24-minute raid. One raid done, positive points, 889. I think we were looking at close to 10 deaths, maybe even a little over. I gave up trying to be really nice with like the the strats and stuff. I thought I had my things, like I even took the time to try and do like, for 3-0 for mage and then 4-1 for melee. I don't think I ever managed to get in 3-0. I don't know if maybe if there's different variations. I had no monkey, the master up in. I had been watching that a little bit. This raid probably would have been like 20 minutes shorter. I probably could have gotten just around 1 hour, maybe a little under, if I had just committed and just tried to start, brute forcing it. I don't know why I got so mad last time. It's really, really not that bad. I mean, granted, I've got close to max stats for attack. I didn't even have, like, it was really that bad, and I realized halfway through I didn't have any magic. My magic gear, I just unequipped all my body armor and legs. Like, my magic gear was just the occult and the trident. Gear definitely could help, especially here at the end. Once you get to the raid, you can literally don't need to heal at all. You can just attack, and then having a basic understanding of how the head moves just, like, helps you, and just running back and forth helps you just avoid so much damage. The only hard part is in the third hand phase, just making sure you get both hands killed at the same time, and then you get into range phase and you're fine. I don't know why I got so mad the first time. I think I had just taken so long. It was my very first time. I had like 0 experience, so I think it was good to take a break. I'm glad I did it. It's going to be super worth it. That was like, it's going to be XP from that. We only got Dwarfweed and Mahogany Planks, unfortunately. Was not expecting much of anything else. I don't know if the Dark Journal, if we need that for, like, maybe it'll get added to the bookshelf or something, but oh, I am glad to have that out of the way, and now we get to reap the rewards. Okay, this one is actually, there's a lot of good stuff here. Let's see what they say. 8% chance to catch fish, which really all that affects us now is minnows for sharks. It's pretty, exponentially good for that. Obviously, it's only 8%, I think, up from 4% or whatever it was before, but it has something. And then we get unlimited teleports to Mount Karloom, which is going to be great for doing Konar Slayer. Even more than that, I think Konar gives us 10% more points, 20 Slayer points per task rather than 18. So yeah, more points. 10% less likely to burn food in host cities. We were already, maybe we have the cooking cape now too as well, but that's, that's something. Let's see, 10% more blood runes, although I'll probably be doing souls if I ever do that. And then there's the no longer need heat protection inside Kalroom Slayer dungeon. And then the rest is just kind of like, Forthos dungeon, tannery, and then, blast furnace and stuff like that. But then the big one that, I say big, but, it is something. We get +1 prayer bonus. We have up from, we didn't have anything equipped before then, but yeah, normally we only get +1 from the blessings, but this one has +2. So that's just going to be best in slot for basically everything that we don't need ammunition for, which is a lot of stuff, especially with Bofa. So that's cool. And then, of course, as always, our, 50k Herblore XP. Oh, that actually feels really good. I was kind of worried it would be like a lot harder or be difficult, but that was super chill. But the only 2 diaries we don't have done now are Kandarin, which maybe someday I'll do this. I'll get around to learning Barbarian Assault or just paying a couple mil. I don't know, but for level 5 for all, I feel like takes more than a couple. I don't know. The reason I haven't done any more is because even you have to have the previous tier to get the rewards for the next one, and you need Barbarian Assault even for complete a wave of Barbarian Assault, which again I probably could do in a second, but I'm antisocial and kind of don't care. It's whatever. At the end of the day, it's probably just more efficient to train Herblore than it is to do this diary at that stage. And then Wilderness, there was a time where I was planning on going for the Wilderness. It's kind of annoying to have to be set up in Deathbag, which I've done before. I mean, obviously I have the first 2 diaries. But the biggest thing I'm worried about is Callisto, Venonattus, and Vedian. I don't know about the old versions, but I've heard like most everything in the Wilderness is like real bad botted these days. So like finding a world could be terrible, and then having to do it in like rags or whatever I have, I'm good to pass that. Again, it's not super important to me to have the diary cape. I know there are some like nice teleports, some niche uses, but I am okay just letting other people enjoy that. I don't think I've done a full like show off what I got on the account lately. We're at 451 mil with inventory stuff. I don't know what an inflation, how it affects RuneScape. I'm sure it does. I remember the first time I hit over like 200 mil. Didn't feel like that was that long ago. But we've got all this plus Bofa in stash, and then this amount in my gold stash in the Ferox Enclave. So I don't know what Bofas go for, but you can add that on to whatever number you see. All right, first kill coming up. I forgot my runes for Cure Me, but we're just going to send it because I'm already here. I changed my tiles up a little bit, try and do a lightning skip. Never done that before. I don't think it's too hard. And yeah, we'll see how this goes. Oh, hey, there's a flame skip on the first try. Oh, no! The special got me because it doesn't go with the special. Well, whatever. I lost these items in Arno. Nothing important. I think my whatchamacallit was in there. I think my Fury kit was in there, which I've been wanting to get rid of for a while anyway because it's untradeable. And I would have preferred to drop it over to the other account, but it's not that big of a deal. It's only like 200 something K. Okay, we also lost the Crystal Helm, which I wasn't even super cared about. And then just some trash seeds. I guess we lost a Godsword shard, which I already had a duplicate of. I still have one. It had one in the bag. And we lost the little staff from Giants. Nothing, but like literally, I knew what I was risking in there. It was nothing that I cared about. And now we have less bag space. So there's always, honestly, I can never be too mad when I lose stuff like that. Because that's the risk we take. And I was more than willing to pay the price for my failure. It sucks. I got a flame skip and I died at the end there. I'm angry. Oh boy, it was not a smooth one, but that is the kill number 1 on my second attempt for Ranar Weeds and Chaos Runes. I definitely have enough supplies to stay for another trip, but I'm just going to go home because I'm poisoned and I am... gotta get into a better swing of things. I'm watching X-Tiles videos, which I've definitely seen some of their guides before. So I changed my tile markers around and I think they're okay now, mostly, but it still felt a little like it could have been better there. But I don't know. I mean, definitely it could have been better, obviously. I messed up. I didn't get this flame skip that time, of course. But even then, I still got hit by the poison a couple times, and that's definitely fully avoidable. All right, well, I just got a 2-kill trip there, really close to 3. I got an official flame skip the first one. We got the master combat task for it. And then even though I messed up a lot more, I got a better time in my second one. So I'm definitely getting the hang of it. It's not too bad. I need to work on my positioning for the start of flame phase. Like I had those tiles that were marked, but it's really weird. Like you need to be on one of the corners, like the right corner to flame skip, but like you can't move when it's like starting up the flame wall phase. It's really bizarre. I don't know what's up with that. So I'm always like underneath Hydra, and then it kind of pushes you around a bit, and I don't remember that being the case in the video, so I'll need to try and do some more research and figure out why that's going on. But overall, I think this will be pretty chill now that I've got it down. It's not bad at all. Now that I've got it down, he says after 3 kills. Oh, there's another kill. That's 5, or I think that's a 6 kill trip I just got there. Pushed it to the end, and of course I messed up right after I, was like, oh, I'll stay if I hit my Warhammer spec, hit the spec, and then took like 2 range hits to the face. So, win some and lose some. But yeah, this boss is super chill. I get flame skip basically every time, lightning skip. Honestly, I get lightning skip probably a little less. But that's mostly because I feel like I get a lot of times where I'm like, I don't know, overthinking it or trying to get greedy with an attack when I should just wait or something. But yeah, it's pretty good. The only time I really want to make sure I have to keep my range pots up, because the only time it can get bad is if you don't do enough damage in red phase before it will do another firewall, which again, I think I could be, as long as I make sure I always stay in my safe spot, you could be fine. But it's just one of those things where it's like probably just, do enough damage is the pro strat for that situation, rather than how to deal with the second flame skip. Oh, whiffed it, and I didn't even look to see what they were shooting me with. Okay, it's magic. We're good. Anyway, I'm here because we just got our first item. That's the Hydra's Eye at 20 KC. Gonna get hit by that. That's what I get for trying to talk. Wanted to show it off. I don't know what the drop rate is. I feel like it's somewhere in like the 1 in 100 range, but that is the thing you get. You need the 3 pieces that make the Brimstone Ring, and the Hydra Eye is one of 3 of those pieces, and they drop in order. They're all the same rate, and they drop in order, and then you start getting them, like, once you get the thing, I think they just start repeating over and over again. So I think they're tradable, so I probably will at least hold on to them for a bit, there's some, like, niche uses. I'm pretty sure the Brimstone Ring is tradable, which is the biggest, like, it's not as good as I think it has, like, oh god, I'm whiffing hard here. It has, like, attack bonuses, unlike the Suffering, but okay, I really gotta focus up here for a second. It feels so good to do the lightning skip once you get it down. Like, it's just, I don't know, it's nice, and the fact that you get it every kill is just that little bit of extra, like, I don't know, dopamine or something for while you're waiting. But yeah, the Brimstone Ring, the biggest benefit would be that it has attack bonuses, I think, and it's tradable, so you can, put it in the bag. It's a little easier to manage than the Suffering. But I do want to do some more Zulrah, so the Suffering is definitely a requirement for our account for the time being, until I decide that my time at Zulrah is done. And I'm going to go ahead and call it an episode here. Fun little intro into Hydra. Got some nice prep work out of that done. I'm really loving that Rada's Blessing I'm still editing those clips. Like, it was like a week or 2 ago when I did that Chambers. And man, I'm still, like, I still got, I was like pumped up. Like, I'm glad I did that. That was just a nice, real nice quality of life thing to get out of the way. But Hydra was fun. We're going to continue to power through this task next episode. Hopefully we'll get some more cool drops. We already got that Hydra Eye. Still nothing of the big stuff yet, but you never know. Hopefully we'll get something, although it's a 1 in 1,000 for the Hydra Claw. So, I'm not holding my breath this task. We're definitely going to be doing some more Hydra in the future of this account. But anyway, thank you for watching. I appreciate it so much, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.